Is this the end of the 1031 exchange? All right, so this is from Biden's tax proposal. And this will not be enacted in this calendar year, this legislative session. It's just not going to be. It's an election year. It's not going to happen. But they're laying the foundation for what's to come. If Biden gets reelected, you know what I'm saying, reelected, and the Congress goes to, it's going to be tough for them, the Democrats, to retain the Senate. But, you know, gerrymandering is an issue in the House. That's just a fact. And then, of course, the fair and free election, drop box voting and whatnot, it's all geared towards one political party. That's just a fact. Be that as it may. So they're laying the foundation here. It's very interesting. In fact, it's odd that they did this in a taxable or an election year, because if they do win, they can say, this is what we're doing. We proposed it to you, and the citizens voted for it. And he's made it very clear. He's telegraphed it, which is, I think, is great. Lesson learned on the Democrats for what happened in 2008. All right, so Obama won a huge landslide in 2008 because McCain just sucked. Everybody knows that. But he also won filibuster-proof majorities in the Senate and massive majorities in the House. I think they had more majority in the House than even Clinton did in '93. So come 2009, Obama, no one wanted to criticize Obama because he's black, you know what I'm saying? And he had massive majorities. Even National Review, I'll never forget, National Review had an ad with President Obama said, it was like, oh, even National Review is like spouting Obama. It's crazy, man. Anyway, so what Obama did, and the mistake he made, and a lot of Democrats are still pissed by this, is he focused solely on two things and two things only. He got this from Reagan, essentially. Reagan says you got three big issues, that's it. You can't do more than that. So Obama said we're going to focus on healthcare and getting out of the great financial crisis. All right. And so those two things consumed all his time and energy. And so a lot of tax stuff that the Democrats didn't want for years, for decades even, they just didn't. Even GRATs, perfect example. Grantor Retained Annuity Trust. They wanted to get rid of GRATs like it was nobody's business, and they're still here. We still got 2.5. I think we still have a 2-year GRAT. I can't remember. 2, 5, 10-year GRATs still on the books. That's just a fact. And so, because they put so much time and energy into these other two big projects, they didn't have enough political capital to basically seal the deal from the tax code. It's not going to happen again. I'm just telling you right now. So if Biden wins and they get a Senate majority, I don't see that happening because the landscape is just too heavy for the Republicans this time. But it's going to happen again with the Democrats take back, and they're going to go freaking balls to the wall on this stuff. So here's a 1031 exchange issue. Right, our current law. Owners of appreciated real property, your house, a building, used in a trade or business or held for investment can defer a gain on the exchange of property. So you have a house that you're renting, you got your office building, something like that. I think you can do a 1031 on your primary residence. I don't know either way, but I'm not sure if you can do a 1031 on your primary residence. I'm not sure. But anyway, owners of appreciated property used in a trade or business or held for investment can defer the gain on the exchange of a property for real property in a like-kind transaction. As a result, the tax on the gain is deferred until a later recognition date, provided that certain requirements are met. Sniffy's proposal would treat the exchanges of real property used in a trade or business similar to the sales of real property, resulting in fewer distortions. This is what cracks me up right here. The change would raise revenue while increasing the progressivity of the tax system. Progressive tax just means people at the higher pay higher rates. That's just what a progressive tax. People are lower pay lower rates. All right. It would also align the treatment of real property with other types of property. I completely, yes, that's 100%. I mean, you can't do a 1031 exchange on a stock to another stock. There's no such thing. You can't say, I'm going to sell this stock, but I'm going to defer capital gains to a future reason because I'm going to do I can't buy Southern Company, sell Southern Company, for instance, and buy Exxon in a like-kind exchange and defer my treatment of capital gains. It doesn't work like that. So real property has an advantage, and there's some reason for that for sure. But be that as it may. But it would, if they got rid of 1031, it would align with other capital gains that you have. The proposal would still allow the deferral of a gain up to $500,000 per person or $1 million for married filing jointly. All right, so you still have $1 million if you and your wife had a 1031 exchange. You can still defer up to $1 million each year for real property that are like kind. Any gains from like kind exchanges in excess of the $500,000 for a single or $1 million for married filing jointly would be recognized by the taxpayer in the year of the transfer of the real property subject to the exchange. That's it, man. So they're saying, look, we're going to give you $1 million per married couple, $500,000 per person to still enact a 1031. We're going to defer the capital gain recognition. Other than that, though, you're going to recognize as a gain like any other property. I'm telling you, it's coming. Just keep your eyes out. All right, love your thoughts. God bless.